Hi there everyone. As usual, we're just going to wait for a few minutes for people to arrive. I'll leave you looking at the board. This is what we're going to go through today, and I'll be back with you in a couple of minutes. Okay. Hi there everyone. Thanks for joining me on my daily Facebook and Instagram live. I hope I can give you some value today and help you on your journey with your businesses and definitely with your mindset. So thanks for joining me, and without further ado, we'll get straight into it. So today I'm going to talk about mindset. You've heard me talk about mindset many times, but I just want to focus in on just one aspect. And today we're going to talk about abundance mentality. So this is the way of thinking where you believe that there's lots out there for everyone. That by somebody else winning doesn't mean you have to lose. By you winning doesn't mean somebody has to lose. When you look at people who are less fortunate than yourself and you feel guilty for what you have, it's the wrong way of thinking. Because by having an abundance mentality, you believe that success is available to everyone. And this is a shift mentally that we need to have, because there is a lot of guilt with people because they believe that by earning lots of money and being wealthy, that they're stopping somebody else from doing the same. They're preventing other people from doing the same. Whereas it is absolutely not the case, and it's so far from the truth, in that if you're wealthy, then you can help more people. If you have abundance in your life, in your business, in your whatever you do, then you are more able to help those less fortunate. But first of all, it starts in the mind, and you must have an abundance mentality about your work, your service, your offering, and really believe that you can do good with that. So the first thing I'd like to say in the way to build an abundance mindset is don't watch the news. The news, especially nowadays, and it is an awful situation, and it's a tragic situation for lots of people, and I'm sure some of you may well be touched by the coronavirus personally and through your families and friends, and I'm sure there will be some tragic stories. So many people have passed away, but there's no need for us to watch the news and see that ticker of number of deaths. There's just no need. What it does is it creates fear, and the fear just saps our confidence. It reduces us, and it stops us from believing that the world is bountiful and plentiful, and there's lots out there for us. And I just think the confidence that we have in our businesses, in our day-to-day and normal lives when we're working, has taken a knock, because we're not there. We're not in our usual places. We're out of routine, or we're in a bad routine. So I think don't watch the news. Reduce that negativity that's coming into your mind. Don't let it enter. And I think that as we move forward through this period, we've got to maintain the fact that we are resourceful. We can achieve anything we want to and we set our mind to. But if we keep allowing these negativities and these negative influences enter us, they will only bring us down. So I've stopped watching the news for the last 10 days or so, and I feel much better about it. We all know what we've got to do. We've got to wash our hands, got to stay indoors, got to look after our families. You know, there's not much else really you're going to learn from watching the news, except to know that such and such country and such areas had a greater or lesser degree of deaths. It's not going to enrich or empower you in any way, shape or form. So keep perspective and know that we will get through this. Also, in an abundance mentality, you've got to understand that we were all born the same. We were all born average. Yes? We're all born average, but we have unlimited potential. And in order to unlock that unlimitedness within us, we have to push ourselves, and you've heard me say this many times, we have to push ourselves to move out of our comfort zone. And to push out of our comfort zone and do those things that we don't like to do. Because when we do the things we don't like to do, that's the growth in us. That's the growth that needs to come out if we are to do things differently. If we want to be different people and earn more and be more and do more, then surely we have to do things differently. Because you can't expect to do the same thing day after day and expect different results. That's insanity, isn't it? And surely we're not insane, are we? Yet some of us go through lives doing the same things day after day, expecting to get different results. So I don't know about you, but my routine at home now is that I've cleared out this room. I've literally kicked the children out, and this is my space. I get up in the morning and I come here and I work, and I literally go to work. I've actually got a piece of cardboard across the door that is a signifier to the kids that they're not allowed in because I'm working. And having this routine, and I'm very fortunate I can do this, having this routine really focuses me to get a lot done and to think and to plan and to execute. So believe there's an abundance in this world, have a routine, cut out the noise, and definitely don't listen to the news. And as dentists, we are resourceful characters. We can adapt, and our brain is designed to adapt, but it must be through hardship, it must be through struggle, it must be through that growth. Because if you're sitting in your comfort zone, you're not going to move anywhere. So have a think, quieten the noise in your head, don't let those negative influences come in, and really work on your routines and planning of what you're going to do each day. Otherwise the days will disappear and you'll get to the end of this period and you won't have achieved anything. So I'm telling myself as much as I'm telling you, but I believe, and I wholeheartedly believe, if you have a routine and you plan your day, lots of stuff will get done. So that brings me on to the second part of today, because I want to give you something to go away with. And so what do you do today to move your dental practice, your business as an associate? What do you do to move it forward? I think without a shadow of a doubt, you need a one-page website. Even if you've got a practice website, I believe you need a one-page first name surname.com website. So in my case it would be www.fuzjamall.com, and on that website, please don't go there, it's still under construction, but on that website you will feed in all your social feeds. So it's not a website you would update necessarily, but your social feeds that are coming in will do the updating for you. Yes, you can have some glossy before and after pictures of the dentistry you do, that's absolutely fine, but it's more than that. What you need then is to be active on all social channels and to write 5 oral hygiene related articles for patients and 5 treatment articles, Invisalign, implants, perio, whatever you do that you're happy to do and you want to do more of. Write those articles and be authentic. And obviously when you're writing the articles, there's a technique to writing these articles so that they rank highly in social media and they rank on search. So there's a technique to write these articles to bespoke them for your practice. And obviously we can do that for you, that's not a problem. And then I would say make a start on just 2 videos of you, and do that today. 2 videos of you talking, maybe discussing one of these 10 items. So implants, Invisalign, perio, oral hygiene, how to brush your teeth at home, how to look after your kids' teeth, snacking during lockdown, whatever title or article you want, do. And then I would love to hear you talk about that topic. Now you might say, I'll just talk about it instead of writing it. It's fine with me. You can always make the article after you've spoken, because sometimes we find it easier to speak than to write. Absolutely fine. And then I would say, look at your social channels, so your LinkedIn, your Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and start looking at how to connect to your local population, your local demographic. Because remember, there's no point in having thousands and thousands of followers if they're no use to you. You want people who are local, ideally who know you already, who've met you, because we're in the people business and we meet our patients day to day. So you've got a good chance when we're back at work to really build these social channels that you've really activated now. So the idea then is to bring people into your sphere so that they can see what you're doing and they can understand that you're a human being. You're also in lockdown, you're also dealing with patients maybe in triaging, and you know what? They need to understand that you are still working and you're still available to them. And these things are all about accessibility. They're all about showing your patients that you are available, you're around, and you're willing to help them. So when the patient hears that whitening is being done at a certain practice at a certain price, if you've got your social channels organised, they will either ping you a message, or the next time they come and see you, they'll ask you, as opposed to they'll come in for their checkup and you'll notice they've had whitening and you'll ask, oh, I see you've whitened your teeth, and they'll tell you, oh, I had it done at the practice down the road because I didn't know you did that here. Because you didn't tell them about it. You didn't tell them that you did those treatments. And that's a horrible feeling, isn't it? When a patient has treatment elsewhere that you could have provided for them and you know you would have done a better job. So, a one-page website that doesn't need updating as much. Your 5 articles on oral hygiene, simple treatments, how to floss, how to brush, nothing too difficult. 5 treatment articles. Again, on the treatments you want to be providing, you want to talk about. Maybe you have a passion for minimally invasive dentistry, but you can work that, you can make that a lot simpler by talking about it in patient terms. 2 videos at least, I would say, and maybe set that target. If today is too ambitious, then in the next couple of days, then I would really love to see them. So if you could send me a link for anything you've done or videos that you've done that you want me to have a look at, I'm really happy to do that. And then I would look at each platform and see how to connect with the patient types you want to, with the businesses that you want to connect to. Because ultimately, the businesses out there on Instagram are run, and on Facebook are run by people. So if there's a local business, those people that work in those businesses may not be local, but that business is local. So they're definitely coming to your area every day. And so it's important to connect with them. And also there can be some synergy between businesses. If you've got a chiropractor or a beautician locally, then you can work together to piggyback off each other's reach. And ultimately, all you want to do is just inform patients about you personally. And it is a personal connection with your patients that's important, because they need to see that you are a normal person and you have likes and dislikes and preferences, and potentially you're also going through struggles with this period, maybe with the kids and homeschooling and whatever it is. But patients love to see that human side, and it dispels that angry dentist, scary dentist vibe that most patients, new patients, nervous patients walk in with. And if you can dispel that before they come to you, that's a great service, isn't it? And they're going to come to you asking for things and feeling they already know you. I've met patients who've met me for the first time and will call me by my first name, and will even call me Fuzzy instead of Fuzz, because they've seen me talk or they've seen me write something where I've used that. And that's really strange, isn't it? Because they think they already know you well enough to use your first name and your nickname. But that's brilliant in a way, isn't it? Because they've already connected. They've already made that decision that this is the guy I'm going to come and treat. So a bit of a whistle-stop tour about what you can be doing today, but I want you to get started. Now, I'm going to be running a webinar to go into this in a bit more detail at the beginning of next week, and I'll get you a link if you put your details in the comments below, if you put your email address in the comments below. If you want me to send you a PDF about these things and how what to write about and what to video, feel free to do that, and I'm happy to help. So I hope this has been of some value. Please let me know how you get on. I'm eager to know if I'm making a valuable contribution to your day, and if you're watching this in the replay, please do keep making comments. I will come back and answer those, and any queries, anything you want help with in your business at all, please feel free to catch me on WhatsApp or SMS or any other platforms. I'm usually pretty quick to reply. As you know, my social channels are just here, so especially YouTube. Please connect with me. So take care, have a good rest of day, and try, if you haven't got a plan for the afternoon and evening, then make a little plan to do some of the things I've talked about, because I think they will benefit you and they will get you into a frame of mind to really move your business forward. Take care, and tomorrow's talk is at 1 o'clock. So I'll see you at 1 o'clock tomorrow, where no doubt we'll be talking more about this stuff and maybe other things that you want me to have a conversation about. So feel free to give me some suggestions. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.